But when food arrived, I thought that was the end of it. But now, they're being asked to speak. And you see, what I will be speaking about is economy. And already, Kamau has actually spoken everything about economy. So I'm wondering what I've been invited here to say. Maybe just to say, I agree. I support what you're saying. But let me just make a couple of remarks because I know we are also tired. Tomorrow is a working day. And I don't want us to leave here maybe at midnight. So I'll take a few minutes just to say one or two. The truth is that what Kamau Tunge has told you, the government, about our economy is correct. A while back, we had a lot of challenges, and I want to be very careful here so that I don't start unless there is political controversy. By saying that we are all aware that immediately after COVID-19, and also then followed by the Ukraine war, and after that, the whole of Africa went through 4 years almost of drought, and after that there was flooding all over the place. There was enough external shock. And a lot of fundamentals were not working. The macro has come out, as told you. Inflation was at almost at all-time high, almost double digits. We had challenges with our forex reserves. We had challenges with interest rates, which were going off the roof. Actually, eventually, the government paper was going at 18.6%. In fact, I used to say this is like Shylocks. We were just trading with the government like we are Shylocks. So even though some of us were making money, but that was not helping our economy at all in terms of the domestic way of looking at the economy. I can go on and on. Remember, we also had a bullet payment for you on Eurobond, $2 billion that was falling due in the month of June 2024. And up to February 2024, we had no plan, we had no strategy. And clearly and evidently, everybody thought we were going to default. And what was the effect? The shilling depreciated to all-time low at 160 to the dollar. So a lot of challenges, a lot of problems that we went through. And I must say that we started on a journey, and that journey actually began before I went into government. I am hardly 20 months. So did you know what I was going to say? I'm hardly 20 months into this government. The government came in 2022, around September. A lot of work had been done. I joined the government, you know how and the situation at that time. But still, even when I got into government, I was looking at the way things were and I'm wondering, really did I make the right choice to join this government? One, even paying salaries was a challenge. Many people who receive salary, they don't know that we crack our heads to pay these salaries. By 15, you are not completed paying government staff. And many other things that and the loans were falling due, we don't know what to do. So, where we were, it was a question of, were we going to default or not? And by the way, IMF categorized Kenya among other 5 African countries which were going to default. It was not even an option. It was about when. And of those 6 countries, 5 have actually defaulted. It's only Kenya which has survived the default. In fact, the central bank has done a lot of macros to stabilize our economy. We still have challenges with the fiscals. But from the National Treasury, we have also helped and supported central bank by doing liability management, which has de-risked our economy to the extent that near-term debt default is no longer a question. Now what we are addressing is the cost of debt and looking at our fiscal space to make sure that our debt sustainability is guaranteed and that our macro adequacy is addressed and is working. So I want to leave it there and just say that before this crisis of the Middle East, we, in my view, were on the right trajectory. And it was really possible that we were going to have a complete turnaround sooner than later. But again, with these challenges in the Middle East, now we have another major shock. The problem with this one is the uncertainty around it. We are not sure, and of course I'm not being, I'm trying to hold myself back, but you all know how we have gotten into this. We had no option, we are here. Now we have to deal with this crisis. First, energy cost is going to be a challenge for us. Already you are aware, because now we are in a global village, that the prices for the new prices for petroleum products or fuel products were adjusted just the other day on the 14th, and they have been adjusted upwards. If we did not intervene as a government, maybe that is something that is not being appreciated. The prices will be way above what was announced. First, we have reduced the value-added tax on petroleum products by